So today we are going to learn about nested classes in C++, and this topic will be learning about a kind of program which involves classes within a class. So we'll look into a program right now which will give an idea about what it is or what is being discussed right away. So we'll start off with an example. So if you look at this program, you can see that you have a class A over here, and inside that you have declared as public another class B. So please note that this class B is lying within class A, and class B has its own sets of variables like num. It has got its own function like getData, which receives an argument n, and it will be stored in the variable num. You've got a function putData, and the put data will be displaying the number with the text the number is and the value num. Now coming to the main function, you have a displayed text called nested classes in C++, and you can see a particular statement over here where it is, as you can see, it is written as a scope resolution operator B object, which is obj, and that object is basically used to access the function getData, and it is used to run function putData, and you can see that it passes a value 9 over here. So this is basically the program, and we'll see how the output works when you're copying this particular program and running it in a compiler. I'm copying this program, and I have got a compiler over here. So when I run this program, you can see that the program has run and it has displayed the text nested class in C++, and the number is 9, which is actually the value that we had passed over here. So how does this happen? So basically we can see that you have a class called A, which is termed as the enclosing class. It is the one that encloses another class, and you have class B, which is a nested class, which is inside the enclosing class. So as said earlier, you have the functions as well as variables which will be running this particular thing. Here, now the concern is the object and its nature. So you can see the statement over here, A scope resolution operator B object. So now you might have a question that the object belongs to which class? Does it belong to A or does it belong to B? So let us try running it with just one class name. So as you can see over here, there is a class A, and the object could belong to class A as per the statement given over here. So the object obj is belonging to class A. Let us say to run this program. It results in an error. Now I'm replacing A with B. So now meaning the object is belonging to class B. Again, I try to run this program, whereby it also results in an error, which means this program requires an object to be defined belonging to both A as well as B. So that is the meaning of this statement, A scope resolution operator B object, meaning the object belongs to both A as well as B. So I'm running this program once again, and you can see that the output has been displayed. So we have already seen how nested classes work, and basically we'll look into some theory aspects also. So a nested class is a class which is declared in another enclosing class. A nested class is a member, and as such has the same access rights as any other member. The members of the enclosing class have no special access to the members of the nested class, and the usual access rules shall be obeyed. So we are going to focus on this particular statement. The members of an enclosing class have no special access to the members of the nested class. We are going to look that with the help of a program. So we have a program over here which we'll copy, and we'll see how it works. Okay. So when you look over here, we have the usual program over here. We have a class called enclosing, which has again got a variable X. I'll declare it as public, and I have another variable over here which is int y, which is inside the nested class, so I'll declare it as public. And inside this, you can see that there is a particular function called nested fun. And you can see that it is having an argument in the form of a pointer. Now, this pointer concept, I'll take it in the next module, but let us look into this particular program and learn what this pointer is going to do. So a pointer is basically specified by the star symbol star E, and here this pointer is passed as an argument. Pointer as an object is passed as an argument, and this pointer or object, it belongs to the enclosing class. Kindly note it, the pointer, it belongs to the enclosing class, and we have this pointer accessing the variable x over here. That is all that function is doing. It is trying to access the variable x. So like I mentioned before in this slide, we are going to see what are the access restrictions. So I'll repeat once again. You have the enclosing class in which you have a variable x declared as public. Inside this enclosing class, you have another class called nested, which is having the variable y. It has got a function called nested fun, which is having a pointer passed as an argument, which belongs to the enclosing class. And that object is trying to access a variable x. So we try running this program, and you can see that the program has run error free because it has returned a statement 0. Even though it has got nothing to display, you can see that the program works fine. And basically it states that the enclosing pointer can access a variable x of this enclosing class. Now I'm going to try a small thing over here. I'm going to replace this variable x with y. So as you can see over here, this variable y, it now belongs to this nested class. It is not belonging to the enclosing, but it belongs to the nested class. We try running this program again, and you can see that it has resulted in an error, basically asserting the fact that an enclosing class have no special access to the members of the nested class. So I hope that point is clear. Moving forward, I'm just stating another one example of a nested class program, which I hope should give you an idea or clear things about how it happens. So we have a program over here. I'll just show its output also, but let me explain the program first. We have this class called person, in which you have a variable called name, which is of data type string. Inside that you have another nested class called address. Inside that you have the string house name. You have a variable for town. You have a variable for country, and you have a int variable for pin code. Now you can say that the class declaration has got over here, and which means now we are sticking to the class person or the enclosing class. Here you are creating an object of this particular class called address. So address addr. So that is an object of this particular class called address. And you're having a function over here, the address display. And this function basically displays the name, the house name, town, country, and pin code. Now, if you look over here, when you are trying to access this function address display, where do you think this display is existing? Is it in the address class or the person class? As you can see, the address class declaration has got over here, which means this address display is a member of this class person. I hope it is clear. Now, to access a variable called name, which belongs to that particular class person, you're just passing in that variable name. But in case if you want to access the house name, town, country, or pin code variable, which is located in this class called address, you need to use the object addr. Hence, addr.housename, addr.town, addr.country, and addr.pin code. So that completes the declaration of the class called person also. So you can see that this is the termination of the class person. Now coming to this main function, you are creating an object of the class or the main class, the enclosing class called person, which is called someone, and we are passing in the arguments to be stored. So someone dot name will be Charlie, someone dot addr dot house name will be Whistling Woods, someone.addr.town will be Fifth Avenue, Lisbon, and someone.addr.country will be Canada. someone.addr.pin code is 4875. I hope you're getting this concept. You're having, or you're trying to store the values into these variables. So in case if you want to store it directly to name which belongs to this class person, you can do it by this way. But for the other cases, you need to access it as someone.addr. I repeat, someone is an object of the class person, which is the enclosing, and addr is the object of the class address, which is the nested one. And someone is calling this function, this particular object called someone is calling this function address display. And let's see what happens when we run this program. See, now it has displayed that particular content that we have passed. So I hope this clears, or this gives you an idea about what nested class is.